Always good to see and hear from Lot of Flames. Make sure you check out the video on YouTube. And he has other songs too that you can check them out. Now, I told you today we are talking about what women want. Are we going to try to? Because we're starting out with a discussion with two ladies here sitting on the couch. So there's no way that we can possibly cover everything. But, we're certainly going to try and start. Good morning to you, Deborah Lovell.
Good morning, Tisha.
Good to see you again.
Yes, good to be back.
All right, so you are a lady who teaches women's workshops, and you're into holistic therapy.
Yes.
All right, so let's start with the workshops.
Yes.
What kind of things do you teach in your workshops?
So I teach something called the Art of Feminine Presence, which is allowing women to be seen, to be heard, and to be inspiring, to be comfortable in who they are, to allow their feminine energy to be utilized in their day-to-day life so that they can have more joy, more fun, better boundaries, and even on the most stressful of days, they can at least be centered within themselves.
Is this a seminar for a type of woman, a particular woman, or would you say that they're tailored to suit specific women? In other words, do you have one blanket seminar to suit every woman, or do you have to change it for specific women?
I think it just changes depending on the group that you're working with. What I tend to find is there'll be one that suits like a corporate market, and then there'll be another type that suits more women that want to stay at home with their families and that kind of thing. And it really depends on how comfortable a woman is with herself, but it isn't so much about being a woman, it's about the feminine energy that moves through your body, and it's about embodying your feminine energy so that you're feeling comfortable within yourself and your unique brand of feminine then. And not every woman is the same, not every type of feminine woman is the same, and so it's allowing women to express their unique, authentic self, which may not look like somebody else, it may look completely different.
Okay, so what you're saying is it kind of changes based on the woman's career or the path that she has chosen, more so than age.
Yeah, because it really depends on how that woman wants to be seen and heard. Some women don't feel seen and heard in the home. They don't feel seen and heard by their loved ones or their partner. Some women want to be inspiring in the workplace, and they have to go out there and be seen and heard in terms of their career or public speaking, and others want to be seen and heard just in getting their needs met, in what they want on a day-to-day basis. So it really kind of is according to the specific woman, but at the same time each woman can gain immense benefit out of connecting to that place within herself, because it's nothing that she doesn't know, it's just reminding her of what is already there and allowing those gifts that she already has to come out.
So it kind of reinforces what you know already, but it's just meant to be a reminder.
Yeah, there's physical movements, there's energetic movements, there's music, there's song, there's different ways of expressing that energy. There's using your vocal power, there's using your body to have different effects on how you feel in any given situation, so that if you want to be centered, if you want to be alive, if you want to be energized, you can be able to tap into those just using slight specific skills that are going to help you access that joy and ultimately feel more comfortable within who you are, within your energy.
All right, so let's start with the question then for today. What do women want? I mean, this is an age-old question, and I don't think that you can use a blanket statement to really cover all of it. But there must be something that we can say that says what the majority of us really want as women. And does it differ that much from what men want?
I don't know. I always think that women like to be cherished. They like to be appreciated, they like to be adored, they like to feel that their gifts and their creativity is having an effect for others. So they like to create that effect, that whatever it is that they're creating or producing, they're having an effect on other people, and they also like to be appreciated for whatever it is contribution-wise that they're making, whether it's in their family, in their home, or in their workplace.
All right, so women, according to you, they want to be cherished in whatever they're doing. Yeah? Does this change as women get older? When does this kick in? Does this start from, early on, from little girls that we see and carry all the way through?
I think it starts from little girls. They want to be seen and heard. They're like, look, mummy, I did this, or look, daddy, I did that. They want to be seen and heard. I always think of women like the flower and the male principle almost like the observer. Beauty is beauty. A flower is a flower, and it's admiring that flowering of whatever it looks like. Now, every flower is completely different, but it's still beautiful, and for whatever beauty it's bringing, it wants to be seen, and it wants to say, I'm here. But a lot of us are scared of being seen. A lot of us are scared of being heard, because there's that fear, like, I don't want to, supersede my parents, or I don't want to supersede whoever's gone before me. My family didn't do it, so I'm not going to do it, and we keep ourselves way too small.
Let's talk a little bit about the physical or emotional makeup, first of all, of women. Because a lot of the times people say women are different in what they want or what they pursue based on the fact that we're more emotional beings. Is this something that you buy into?
I definitely think on a physiological level, on a physical level, our hormones are different, our bodies are different. We work in cycles, yet still we're growing in a world which is very linear, constant growth. And I always liken it to the seasons. Our bodies each month work in a cycle like spring, summer, autumn, winter. And so we can't always be on or always be on the go. And so hormonally, we have different needs at different time, and what you get one week isn't how you feel another week, depending on your hormones. And again, on a scientific level, there's things like oxytocin. How much comfort are we getting? And if that level of hormone isn't at the right level, then we're not going to feel good within ourselves, or we're not going to be able to articulate what we want, because we're not going to know. And so it's first step for me is getting clear on what do I want. What is it that I need? And asking for that, because the next problem is like asking for what you need and not expecting that your partner or your boss or whoever is going to automatically know that that's what you need. Like they're supposed to read your mind or something.
All right. When we think about the question what women want, a lot of people will automatically go, I guess, to relationships. So let's start there. In terms of relationships, and a lot of people will tell you when you speak with older women, they say, what I was interested in, what I wanted in my 20s changed when I got into my 30s. It changed when I got into my 40s. Now I'm in my 50s, or even as a retired woman, it absolutely is not the same in terms of what you require of a relationship. Why does it change so much across ages?
I think it cycles again. You're born into this spring, you go through this summer, then you go through an autumn, and then you get to winter. And I liken it to, I work with 4 archetypes of women: the maiden, the mother, the enchantress, and the crone. And so the maiden is somebody in her 20s who's full of dynamic energy, full of ideas, wants to conquer the world, wants to build. Then women move into this mother stage where they want to nurture and be nurtured and nurture their children, and the family becomes the focus. And then they move into this stage where they want to be creative, like this, they want to express who they are, they want to become authentic and find out who they are when they're not a mother, when they're not a wife. And then they move into the older years, which is more wisdom and strength, learning from all that's gone before them. And we get that cycle every month. So same 4 archetypes, so we get that cycle throughout our life. And it's the same as the season. Just like the earth is round, it gets cycles, we get cycles, and that's how our body works, and that's how we move through life. So we move from this dynamic energy to this heart-centered and connection energy with family, moving into this creative and powerful energy, and then moving into a place where we're more into wisdom and strength.
I mean, sitting here talking to each other and interacting with other women, it seems as though oftentimes we're so different. Would you say that it's possible for women to move through the cycle that you've given, even without going through necessarily going through decades or different ages, for women to be at those points at different places?
I think it happens depending on years. I always think, like for me, personally, last year I felt like I was in winter all year. Things weren't moving, things weren't growing, I was pushing, nothing was happening, and then all of a sudden the next year you feel different, you feel alive, you feel like you can do stuff again. And it really depends on what's happening and who's interacting with you, parents, children, partners, that kind of thing. So I think the external circumstances, we're more affected by the external circumstances than we even give credit for.
All right, we're going to take a break today. We're discussing what women want. Does it change with age? We're sitting in with Deborah Lovell, and she teaches women's workshops on the art of feminine presence. We're going to continue more coming up. Stay with us.